lineup. Our first speaker, let me introduce you to Larry Epps. And Larry is going to do Challenges of the Second Youth is the title of this 8 to 10 minute speech. It is from the Speaking to Entertain chapter of the Professional Speaker Manual. The second youth can be wacky, turbulent, crazy, depressing, and enlightening. Sit down with Larry so we share this epic journey for just a few minutes. Challenges of the Second Youth. Please welcome Larry.
Time?
Yes, kind of time, please.
8 to 10.
8 to 10, which I think I said in that.
I have in my hand an article from the Star News, Thursday, January the 4th. And I have pinned this article on my refrigerator. It says, Aging Happy, the secret to finding joy and contentment as you age. And I just want to read part of it, and I'll tell you why I want to read part of it. And the article reads, by all rights, Fletcher Hall should not be happy. At 76, the retired trade association manager has endured 3 heart attacks and 8 heart bypass operations. He's had 4 stents and a balloon inserted in his heart. He has diabetes, glaucoma, osteoarthritis in both knees, diabetic neuropathy in both legs. He can't drive. He can't travel much. He can't see very well. And his heart condition severely limits his ability to exercise. On a good day, he can walk about 10 yards before needing to rest. Yet the Brooklynsville, Maryland resident insists he's a genuinely happy guy. In part, because he appreciates what he can do. And I think about me, who complain about every joint, every ache, and every step. The article goes on and it helps me. It says, accept your reality and move forward from there. Don't compare how you feel now to when you were younger. Focus on maximizing what you can do, not what you can't. I did none of these things. I complain about this bad knee, these bad feet, this aching back all the time. And when I read this article, I decided, oh no, I'm not going to complain anymore. And then last Tuesday came. One day after my birthday. And this young man named Stuart, who said he had 100 stitches in his head, strolled up to the front of this podium, his shoulders back. And if you remember the commercial where the man was on a horse, and he says, look at me, I'm on a horse. Stuart said, look at me, I'm strong. Now look at yourself. Look at me, I had 100 stitches in my head. Then I got them stitches put in. I went to the gym. Then I went out with friends and had a beer. Look at yourself. And he tore down every hope that I had for myself. Oh, but Stuart didn't let it run from there. He took me back to my childhood. He took me all the way to Front and Ann. And there he told us about the hill. And if you haven't been, please go. Now I will tell you what I did. I went there yesterday. Seriously. After I left the dentist's office, I went to the hill to recollect on the memories I had of that hill as a child. And I took my walking stick with me because I said I'm going to walk this hill. I'm going to go down it and I'm going to come back up it. You see, when I was in my 20s and 30s, I jogged that hill. I would jog up that hill, I'd turn around and jogged back up again. I knew the hill very well. When I was a kid with skates, I could skate down that hill. Had trouble skating back up, but I could skate down that hill. It was marvelous. And Stuart reminded me of that hill, so I smiled. But then Stuart threw the dagger in. Stuart said, the hill was covered with a sheet of ice. My friends and I, we took cardboard boxes. We even took a surfboard and we went down the hill. I was hurt because no longer could I go up or down the hill with ease. And I could see myself 6 decades of life on a surfboard, on a sheet of ice, going down a hill on a surfboard. Could you imagine that? A 60-year-old black man with those real tight, cold weather, whatever black things that they wear when they surf. Bulges to the left, bulges to the right, bulges in the front of me, going down a hill on a surfboard. Stu really knows how to hurt a person. And I thought about it and I thought about it again, and I had lost all confidence in my being. All confidence at all. No longer am I youthful. As I sat at the back of the room, the knee started hurting again. The feet began to ache again, and I went into depression. And I left Toastmasters, where I usually leave jubilant, happy, a new sense of intellect. And I was messed up for the rest of the day. I had just celebrated a birthday the day before. And now I said, what a birthday present. And I didn't even go to work that day. I don't want to tell you how old I am. 60. Past that. My boss called yesterday. She said, hey, how are you? She said, I just called to see if you were going to come in today. You know, some days you decide, you don't want to come in. There are 3 things that need to be done. I wish you would come in. If you aren't, then that's fine. Just let me know when you're going to come in. I said, I'm coming in. That's because I'm old and I'm retired. And when I took this part-time job, I told them, listen, I got degenerative arthritis in my back. I had a knee replaced. I'm getting ready to have another knee replaced. I don't know if I can stand up 10 or 15 hours like I used to at the design table anymore. And they said, well, do what you can do. So I'm blessed, but it's a part of my age. But after Stuart disintegrated my life, I had to pull it back together. And I looked at this article again on my refrigerator last night. And it says again, accept your reality and move forward from there. Don't compare how you feel now to your youth. And you know what I like about it? Stuart reminded me that life is wonderful. even if you can't slide down a hill on a surfboard at 60-some years old. So I'm grateful for Stuart because I can smile and be reminded of how wonderful life was, but yet still how wonderful life is, because I accepted life as it is and what I am. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.